Yes, I get it. I'm sorry. The announcement happened like a week and a half ago. I'm really sorry. I've had a lot on my schedule. I've been busy, but now I finally have some time as to where I can talk about my predictions for the second Fighters Pass and what could be coming for the future of Smash Ultimate. So with the confirmation of more fighters coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate in the near future, people are wondering what Sakurai and his team could be holding on so that they could give us for the future of Smash Bros. Well, personally, I think that we could be getting a lot of characters that people have highly requested. Sakurai seems to be wanting this game to focus around a lot of really good requested characters, and even though, yeah, we did get some characters that weren't exactly the most requested, like Joker, I do think that he's trying to make everyone happy this time around, especially with Banjo coming. And I really do feel like there's a chance that maybe there are some things that he could pull, and that maybe there are some things that he could do to get us all what we want. Okay, so first things first, and I know everybody's going to want me to talk about this, but Spirits. I'm going to get Spirits out of the way right now. I am in the camp that thinks that they do not deconfirm a character until Sakurai officially comes out and says, hey, Spirits are not coming, and there's no way we're ever going to bring something like that to Smash Ultimate. Then I will believe it. But even then, Sakurai's word isn't exactly the most trustworthy. I mean, he did say Ridley would never be in Smash because he's too big, and look at where we are now, and I just think that Spirits could become characters. I mean, it's a PNG and doesn't have a lot of meaning, and there's a chance that with this new pack of fighters, they could be upgrading Spirits that people have complained about, that are Spirits that, you know, they maybe wanted to be playable. Especially since a lot of more popular characters like Shantae, Raymond, and especially Jeannot got turned into Spirits, which seems a little unfair to those fans because, well, I mean, waiting for this long and having characters like King K. Rool and Ridley and Banjo in the game and not getting some of these, I don't know, feels a little out of place in my opinion, and I could see Sakurai being the kind of guy that would, you know, maybe bend the rules a little bit and maybe, I don't know, let us have a few Spirit characters because it would really surprise some people and a lot of people would really enjoy it. So to start off the list of characters that I could see getting promoted from Spirits to playable fighters, I'm going to start with Raymond. Now, Raymond is a character that is not shy of popularity. He's extremely popular. He's iconic. He's very well known. Ubisoft themselves probably even wants him to be included, at least as far as I'm concerned. They have a really good relationship with Nintendo, and Raymond is just a really popular character that a lot of people have been wanting to see in Smash for a really long time, and it really surprises me that a character like Joker could get in before Raymond, but I'm not really complaining. As far as I'm concerned, Raymond does have a decent shot if he really does decide that, hey, maybe we could upgrade Spirits or something and then make them characters. It just seems like Raymond is a very obvious choice, extremely popular all over, and it just feels like it's kind of overdue at this point. The second character I could see getting the Spirit to actual character treatment is Shantae. Shantae is a character that I've seen talked about a lot on forums and stuff, and people have been asking for her for a long time. Well, not really a long time. I'd say about around Smash 4 is when I started seeing people start asking for her, but she seems like a really popular character. Way Forward seems to be quite on board with her being in Smash, and honestly, with Sans being a Mii costume, who knows? I mean, she could come as a Mii costume, but let's hope that doesn't happen and that she can become a fully realizable character in the new pack. I honestly have never played a single one of Shantae's games, but I mean, you know, she seems cool, and if there was to be a personal pick for me to be an indie character, I'd choose Shovel Knight or Hollow Knight because I have played both their games and I love them. But Shantae is not a bad pick either, and I do think that there is still a chance that if Spirits were to be upgraded, she's definitely be coming. A character that a lot of people are probably expecting me to say at this point for Spirits becoming characters is Jeannot. Jeannot is a character that people have been asking for I don't know, 2 decades at this point, around Melee days, and it feels like he could be coming if they really do decide that Spirits could get an upgrade. Sakurai has gone on record to say that, hey, I like this character in Smash, and if Square's willing to play ball, then, I don't know, maybe he could come. I mean, we did get Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy back in the game. I mean, it just feels like, you know, maybe there's a chance he could come. It seems like he's very popular still. The Mii costume hasn't returned yet, and let's hope it doesn't, because god, that looks awful compared to the Sans costume. And, you know, it just feels like after King K. Rool and maybe Banjo kind of prove that, I don't know, relevancy isn't a factor. He doesn't need to be from a new game, and if he's got all this fan demand behind him, it's a possibility that he could be coming, especially if they decide that maybe it's time for Spirits to become characters. He just has so much to work with. People have been asking for him for a long time. The creator wants him. He's been noticed by Square and Nintendo that he is wanted, and honestly, I do think that there's a decent chance that he could possibly come in the future. The character I'm going to use to top up my list of Spirits that I can see becoming playable fighters is Bandana Waddle Dee. Bandana Waddle Dee has had a lot surrounding him in terms of speculation and fan request, especially for Ultimate. It feels like Kirby is in lack of characters since we only have 3, and I really feel like since Bandana Waddle Dee is technically kind of the 4th main Kirby character, it feels like he could be coming, and it would really make a lot of sense. The Goomba with the hat argument isn't really that valid anymore since we did get Piranha Plant, so that kind of, shoves that away. And Bandana Waddle Dee could bring a lot of unique stuff to Smash. We don't have a Spirit user yet, and I really do think that it can make him sort of like a cross between Meta Knight and Kirby, give him like maybe the down tilt slide from that Kirby has as his down tilt, or maybe like a Spear Poke, and he could have like a Spear Helicopter as his up B. He could just bring so much unique to the game, and I really do feel like it's about time that we did get a character like Bandana Waddle Dee, since Kirby is really lacking a lot of representation in a game that was made by Kirby's creator. Please, Sakurai, love your child. Well, now that that's done, let's move on to characters that I could see coming that are completely brand new and not in the game whatsoever. So for entirely new characters that have no representation in Smash Ultimate whatsoever, I could see them bringing in a few characters. One of them being Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot is a character that everybody has been asking for at this point. He's super iconic. He's a huge character in both Japan and America. He's just, he's huge. He's iconic. He's next to Mario in terms of being recognizable. He's the PS1 mascot. There's so much going for him. He's had his trilogy released on the Nintendo Switch. He's just a unique character that a lot of people could enjoy. He's got so much to work with. His legacy is huge, and there's so much they could do to add him to Smash. They could give him like spin moves and give him moves where he like jumps on crates and stuff, and they could give him his jetpack and stuff, or some of his other moves from the Crash games, and it just would honestly be a great character to add to Smash. He's super iconic. He'd be recognizable to everyone, and it wouldn't even be that bad. He'd be very cartoony, very unique, and I feel like adding a character like that could really be a great thing for Smash Brothers. The second character that I could see coming to Smash Ultimate that hasn't had any representation in the game whatsoever is Porky. Porky has nothing. There's nothing in Smash Ultimate about this character. There's no spirit, there's no boss fight, there's no stage hazard, there's nothing. His stage is in the game with New Pork City, and he's got some music. That's it. That's all he has. And it's really weird that Nintendo would just, I don't know, remove the character from the game. Sakurai might have forgotten him, but it just, I don't know, it feels like that's not possible. Porky feels like such a huge character, especially for the Mother series, and it feels weird that they just completely forgot about him. There's no mention of him at all. There's nothing, and it just feels like, I don't know, it's possible that we could be seeing him in the future. He's a character that a lot of people are speculating is coming. He's not exactly the most popular, but he has got more popular as Ultimate's gone on, and a lot of people seem to be excited about this character coming in, especially since Mother is a series that lacks a lot of representation in Smash, and can honestly really use some more for being such a great series. Honestly, Porky just feels like a natural fit. He feels like he could be coming, and it feels like there's a good chance. It's weird that he was left completely out of Ultimate, and there's no mention of him whatsoever, and it feels like, I don't know, maybe there could be a chance that he's coming, and we just don't know. Another character that I've seen on a lot of people's radars for Smash Ultimate is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Sora is in a really special place for me. Sora, I don't know, he's owned by Disney. It feels like that could be a bit of a block. And I do feel like if there is a chance that we are getting a third Square Enix character, it's probably gonna be Jeannot at point. I mean, Sakurai probably would choose him over Sora, and I doubt Square would like that, but they'd probably have to cooperate. They've done so much for them at this point. Sora is, I don't know, I mean, he does kind of maybe have a chance, but it's probably very slim. Disney is awful, and they're just completely garbage people over at Disney. They're not exactly the most cooperative, and I doubt they'd really be willing to sell out Sora for Smash Ultimate that easy. It could happen, but there's a chance that it probably won't. I'd say out of all the characters people are speculating, Sora probably has the least amount of chance. But hey, we don't know what could happen. I could be proven wrong, and maybe he could come to Smash someday, and maybe he'll even come in this new Fighters Pass, or heck, maybe even at the end of this Fighters Pass. We don't know. Sakurai's an undescribable man, and we don't know what he's up to, especially with that Sans Me costume. But yeah, Sora, he's kind of in a special spot for me right now. I do think he could come, but it's not exactly the most likely at this point. Now, this is normally where I'd end the video. It really is. But I have one more thing to say. One character that I've seen people speculating that could possibly come is Waluigi. I don't think Waluigi's gonna come anytime soon. I don't think so. He's an assist trophy. I feel like he's kind of never gonna come. Assist trophies, I feel like, are 100% a death sentence for any character, spirits I'm on different with because they're just PNGs, but an assist trophy is a full model, and it kind of affects gameplay the entirety, and it feels like maybe Waluigi just isn't the most, reasonable pick. He's kind of a character that a lot of people have been asking for a long time, yes, but the assist trophy, I don't know, man, it just doesn't feel like he'd do something like that. Doesn't feel like Sakurai's really down to maybe make an entirely new model or moveset, but then again, it's Sakurai, he's unpredictable, we don't know anything about what he's doing, and who knows, maybe assist trophies can't deconfirm, and we're just being idiots at this point. But at this point, I don't think Waluigi's coming. Which is not to say I don't want him to come. I really want Waluigi to come. He's one of my most wanted at this point. I really love Waluigi. I wanted him ever since Brawl. I feel like it's a little unfair that Daisy got to be in the game before Waluigi, but it kind of makes sense. Waluigi is a character that I'd love to see, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't. Yes, but those are my predictions for who I think could be coming for DLC for Smash Ultimate. Who knows if they'll come true? Sakurai is crazy, and he keeps bringing us unexpected stuff. Nobody knows what's coming next, and we'll just have to wait and see what Sakurai has cooked up. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.